That leads into chapter 34, the Grandmaster Inquisitor. So as Atty is taking Volke to the Grandmaster, she does compliment him on his growth, and they do agree that they should spend more time together in the future.
Good job, Volke, for taking your own advice. Giving Zaxxas all this good advice with Ilya. Here we go.
So Volke goes down to meet the Grandmaster, and the Grandmaster, as to be expected, is a Nightmare Arcanist and is merged with his armor. The Grandmaster is a full suit, so fully formed, and Luther does go and bow to him. He does know the Grandmaster from his time with Mathis, so bows to show respect.
And even the Grandmaster was happy to see Luther for sure. He was kind of confused as to why Luther never came back to the Steelthorn Inquisitors. Luther was too ashamed after failing to return back to the Steelthorn Inquisitors. I think the Grandmaster kind of understood that.
And the Grandmaster gives a little background once they've had their introductions of why he's there. And he does ask Volke to go on a mission to root out the plague in the mines that we heard about earlier. And as he's given some details, he does let Volke know that there are fewer than 12 Nightmare Arcanists in the world. So it is a very small and almost elite group of Arcanists to be a part of. So he takes a hold of Volke and he does a massive shadow step.
I love the way that it was described in the book. He has this huge inky void for a cape rather than the redlined one. And I wonder if this is something that they're alluding to, or this is just a difference in the nightmares themselves. But Volke kind of like walks into the cape, and this is how he shadow steps.
And they're able to shadow step pretty much out of the city. They are outside the mines, and they're informed that there's 6 Nightcat and 2 Harpies in the mines that are plague-ridden, and that they're going to be responsible for getting rid of. In Volke's experience, based on previously, his thought was, we'll just kill the Eldrin, and then the Arcanists will be healed. But he's informed that that's not really the case, and they can't exactly do that right now.
So the Arcanists that have carried the plague for longer than 6 months are actually considered beyond saving at this point. And I believe these Arcanists have been plague-ridden for 18 months to 20 months, I believe is what the timeline was. And it's not so much because of the plague itself or spreading the plague. It's because of the actual alteration to their soul. And it basically makes them just completely wicked and a lacking of empathy as to why they're beyond saving. Because they're basically just going to walk around and don't care what they do anymore.
Which makes them extremely dangerous. And my question on this is, how does he know how long they've had the plague from? Is there, can he tell based on disfigurations, or there's some way that he's able to tell?
I mean, I imagine he's got spies somewhere, but I mean, that's a good point.
He's got a way. He's the Grandmaster. So
we do want to thank everybody for listening today. We also want everybody to remember that we do post a new episode every Wednesday morning around 11 Eastern Standard, which would be 8 o'clock Pacific Standard in the morning. We are on all podcasting platforms and YouTube Music as well, and Google Podcasts, Podbean, all that good stuff. We're on YouTube as well for video, so if you guys want to watch the video rather than listen to it, our editor, Dan, he does a really good job with adding pictures of things, links to all of the different websites that we use. He does make it quite entertaining to watch that as well. If you want to reach out to us, we're on Gmail at frithguildpod@gmail.com, or on Facebook, or pretty much any other social media at Frith Guild Podcast. And we do also want to thank the Frith Chronicles Wiki as well, again, because they're such a great resource. I know once the bestiary is released, a lot of information is going to be updated. Everything is linked down below in the description section for both podcasts and YouTube. And again, 2 weeks, the second book in the Crown Tournament series will be coming out. It's titled Crown Tournament 2. And Scott, did you have anything else you'd like to add today?
Just excited to see some more tourney bouts.
Yeah, I think next section we get another couple chapters of tournament. So super excited for that. And all right, stay tuned and we'll talk to you next time.